What's up, everybody? Hey, it's Monday, man. We ready to get to some cash. Welcome into another episode of Jamming with J Money, man. Y'all see us. We here. It's Monday. We ready to get to some money, man. What's up, Jordan? What's up, Junior? What y'all got going, man? What's up, Jordan?
Yeah, what's good, guys? Not much, man. A little travel for me this week, so didn't have a whole lot of plays yesterday, but saw the show on Saturday. Excellent job as always. Ready to get back to this printing that money today.
Right. Yep. Same here. What's up, Junior? How was your weekend?
Not too bad. Picks went okay. Went 4-3 this weekend. I was mentioning to you I had a basketball game. My basketball team got their first win of the season. So kids are happy. I'm happy. Ready to go get this money this week though.
Right, yeah. I remember you telling me that. I hope that everything went well, man. Just a few things over the weekend. We appreciate all you guys in the chat too, as well, man. I see you guys in there. Reese, that's still chaos. We got Stack Guap in there. What's up, Stack? I'm trying to do that same thing, man. What's up, Silver? Malco. We got Sean Jackson. Ghetto Joe. Ghetto Jew. What's up, man? We appreciate you guys for you guys are already here waiting. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to mention something real quick on Saturday, man. That was pretty crazy there. That Clippers game. The Suns went in there and stunned them. That was the third game in 4 nights, a back-to-back. You know what I'm saying? The Suns coming off an overtime game. I just feel like I had to mention this game, man. I mean, I don't think anyone saw the Suns going down there and beating the Clippers straight up. I had a small feeling that the Clippers would have a letdown in that game, but damn, I mean, the Suns win that game straight up. It's 10-point dollars. Like I say, that wasn't necessarily a good spot with them, especially still missing Aiden, and then obviously Rubio as well. That was pretty tough, man. What you guys think about that, Junior?
Yeah, I mean the Suns right now. Well, actually, that's one of the reasons why I'm on the Clippers. But getting back to the Suns, they did that without Ayton. They did that without Rubio. They look like a tough team, and Monty Williams got to get a lot of credit for instilling some confidence into these young guys. He's got, Darius Saric is still not playing like he was when he was on Philly, but he gave him like over 30 minutes in that game. Everybody stepped up for them. Baines played pretty good. They're getting a lot of contributions from a lot of different pieces. So. We'll see. Tonight's going to be pretty interesting against Utah because Utah's a tough team.
Yeah, Junior, any quick thoughts about that game? That was a crazy game there.
Yeah, man. Once again, piggybacking off what Junior said, like Monty Williams is vastly underrated as a coach. He shouldn't have even been let go from New Orleans when he was down there, and now he's back he's in Phoenix with a group of young guys. And like you said, he's got them believing that they can beat anybody, and he has me believing that my bet on the Suns under 29.5 wins is not very good. So that's why I'm at with the Suns right now.
Right, yeah, you would think with Aiden, you know what I'm saying, leaving, then you'd be feeling good about that. But I mean, I knew that Monty Williams was going to be a good coach. We just didn't know that he would turn the Suns team around this quickly. And one game about yesterday, we had to mention, and I've been telling the guys, I don't have to say much more about the Warriors' downfall because I've said it enough. I mean, you guys see it. OKC went out there and smacked him, and I couldn't believe that I wasn't on OKC yesterday, man. It was a game where I knew that the line, you know what I'm saying, looked really crazy. OKC hadn't looked well to me, but it's looking like they were looking ahead to the game. And like I told you guys, every team in the NBA is going to be out to get the Warriors. I mean, they was doubling them up 70-35 at one point in that game. I was like, oh my God, that was terrible. I mean, the final score was 120-92, and that still didn't show. I mean, that was a 40-point loss pretty much by the Warriors. Yeah, fourth quarter, 24-15, when OKC didn't care anymore. They on the back-to-back. That was pretty crazy, man. So that's one game that I want to say about yesterday. If you guys, you know what I'm saying, just had a few words to say about those real quick, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think that if the Warriors keep playing like this, they're going to start shutting guys down by the time we get to January, and Steph Curry is going to come up with a phantom ankle injury, and they're just going to start tanking because the way they look right now, they're absolutely not a playoff team in the Western Conference right now. We knew kind of going in that they may be, kind of at the bottom half of the playoffs, maybe even kind of on the verge of missing the playoffs. Right now, it looks like they're not even going to be anywhere close. So I think that a little bit of this is just the injury factors. Like I said, still without Looney, Willie Cauley-Stein. Those are the two big men that they're going to primarily use most of the time. I think that's a big part of their problem right now is they can't rebound. They're really undersized right now. So I'm not ready to completely fade the Warriors over the rest of the season here. But, yeah, man, they are showing us some stuff right now, and what they're showing us is not very good. So, unfortunately for Steve Kerr and them, this this may be a year where they just have to punt and rebuild, wait till Clay gets back next year, kind of retool a little bit in the offseason and just use this year to get their young guys a little bit more reps. But, yeah, right now the Warriors not looking great. I had the under on the first half of that game, and OKC almost single-handedly ruined that by dropping 75 first-half points or whatever it was. But luckily I ended up winning that one. So hopefully here we'll get to this other Golden State game here, because I think I know I have a play on this game too. And I think, as you can already bet, I'm fading the Warriors in this one.
Right, yeah, I definitely wouldn't talk you off that, man. I told you guys the Warriors going to look bad, man, but right now they're just not showing any fight. I'm telling you guys that Kerr is really showing, you know what I'm saying, his true colors right now. But enough of that, you know what I'm saying, we'll definitely get back to the Warriors, you know what I'm saying, when we talk about this Pelicans game. I want to go ahead and get into some of these games today. We're going to try to do like a pair. I'm going to try to pair games up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to talk about two of them, then bounce them off you guys, and then we're going to go to the next two. So the first two is going to be this Pacers and Detroit game. I want to start off with this one, man. The Pacers hadn't looked well. They hadn't looked good at all right now. I mean, when you really look at their lineup, they don't really have a lot of bigs. You got Miles Turner and then Sabonis. Then after that, it's really a huge drop-off once you get to their bench. Even the wing players on the bench. We know that they're a good team defensively. Tonight, they're going to be missing Lamb out there. We know that Detroit, the Pistons went over there and spoiled their home opener. You guys know me, man. I mean, I'm revenge game Jay, man. There's no – I couldn't take the Pistons in this game. I mean, you see the Pacers over there favored by 1.5 for a reason. Was up to 2, but obviously the Lamb injury, Lamb got announced out, so they dropped back down to 1.5. Pistons may move to a favor here. I'm sure the public will be all over him saying, oh, it's going to be so easy. They just beat the Pacers. I don't think it's that simple. I think that the Pacers will come in. They pretty much have to win this game. It's already, you can't go down 0-3 already, especially when you were supposed to be one of the top upper echelon teams in the East over there. You're going 0-3, losing to a coming opponent, you know what I'm saying, back-to-back like that would be pretty tough. So even without Lamb, I kind of still lean that the Pacers come out here and get this win. Like I say, in a back-to-back spot like that, it's hard to beat teams, you know what I'm saying, when with close proximity like that. So I'm leaning towards the Pacers here. I know everybody's going to be on the Pistons. I know Drummond, you know what I'm saying, 8, but we got to remember Miles Turner is still one of the best defensive centers in the league. You know what I'm saying? He led the league in blocks last year. I think they come in motivated tonight. No Reggie Jackson, you know what I'm saying, still no Blake Griffin for the Pistons tonight. So we're going to see about that one. And then in this Bulls in New York game, I see the line. I'm not sure why the Bulls are favored here on the road, man. I mean, we saw them. They struggled against the Grizzlies for 3 quarters. They went and lost that game versus the Hornets. I mean, the Knicks have been looking like a scrappy team here. They're 0-3. It's tough to, you know what I'm saying, it's tough for Fizdale to go down 0-4 in a state like New York, a city like New York, you know what I'm saying? It would be very tough for that to happen. So those are my looks on these first 2 games. What are you thinking about those, Junior?
The first game, I don't have a feel for the Indiana-Detroit game. I didn't touch that. I don't like Indiana's offense at all. I like what you're thinking about the game, but I just don't have a feel for Indiana at all. Like, I look at that team, Jeremy Lamb's out, and my first thought is, where do the points come from? Who's getting you buckets on that squad? And I just can't see it. Jordan mentioned in the first show when Detroit had beat Indiana in the first game that Andre Drummond always rolls all over Indiana, so I'm kind of staying away from this. I'm actually interested to see how long is it before Derrick Rose is the starting point guard in Detroit, because Reggie Jackson, I don't know if you guys saw, the home crowd is booing Reggie Jackson after, I mean, literally they're booing this guy in like the first quarter. So Detroit fans are out on Reggie Jackson, but I just don't have a feel for this game. And just to go quickly, Chicago, New York. Personally, I don't see why Chicago's favored against anybody on the road. New York had 3 games so far this season against the Spurs, Nets, and the Celtics. They looked scrappy in them first 2. Against the Celtics, they didn't play so good, but that was their 3rd game in 4 nights. And as for Chicago, I just don't like Jim Boylan. He hasn't proven that he's a good coach. Last year, he had a couple of these weird meltdowns where he was doing, he was trying to be like military style with his team, and that didn't really go too well. And this season so far, he hasn't done anything to convince me that he's a good coach.
Right, yeah, and one thing I do want to say about this Knicks game, if I was forced to make a play on this game, it would have to be the Knicks in the first half. They have to come out hot. They came out hot the other day versus the Celtics, even ended up folding, you know what I'm saying, the second half. They came out hot and showed me that, you know what I'm saying, they were hungry to win. You look at these teams, they look pretty even, you know what I'm saying, a couple of veterans. Well, actually, Knicks have more veterans and then a bunch of young guys. So just the fact that this is a Knicks home game, they have to come out hot here, and I might have to make the Knicks first half a play. What do you thinking on these couple of games, Jordan? Or if you don't have much, you know what I'm saying, we can get to some other ones that you guys are stronger on.
So I'll just go flip flop here. The Chicago New York game. I agree with what Junior was saying. I'm not a big fan of Fizdale or Boylan at all. And if I could fade both of these teams tonight, I would, but unfortunately I can't. So I'm laying off that. The Knicks just don't have a whole lot of guard play, and the Bulls just don't have a lot of anything right now, unfortunately. So I'm staying off that one. I will say this: I do think I'll lean towards Indiana in this one. I'm not making a play on this game other than the prop pick that I wrote up for Sportsbook Review today. We were talking about Andre Drummond. I got the over on Andre Drummond's points, rebounds, and assists at 37.5. Simply because in his last 7 games he's averaging about 23, 18, and 2 against the Pacers and Miles Turner. He just absolutely destroys them. So I have that as well. But also I was looking at the first half over in this one just a little bit, just because of the pace that these two teams have been playing at early. They seem to slow down a little bit in the second half, but they've been playing up in pace a little bit in the first half. So I might lean the first half over in that one. I think that's at 108. But both those are just leans right now. I'm really excited a little bit more about down on the card on this night here. Both these 7 o'clock games just don't really do much for me outside of that prop pick.
Right, yeah, I can definitely dig that. And hey, I think a lot of people are gonna see, man. Hey, the reason why Revenge Game J is a thing. I mean, I know they're the road team this time, but I'm telling you, they're gonna come here pissed off. And this team just lost to the Cavs, man. Like I say, I mean, it's early in the season, and yeah, they look terrible right now. But I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see the Pacers come out here and win this game. I can't put my money on it just yet, but that's just the way that I work. I can't take the Pistons in that game. There's just no way in hell that I can do that. It's just not the way that I roll, man. But yep, that's enough on those games. I want to get to this Orlando and Raptors, this Magic and Raptors spot, man. Hey, this is playoff revenge. It's something else. You have these teams thinking about this type of stuff, man, all off season long. The Magic, you know what I'm saying, they coming off a loss. They may have been looking ahead to this game, but they showed that they could slow down Atlanta. The Magic they have a really very good underrated defense. We know they have a lot of bigs over there, so I think they match up very well with the Raptors. And like I say, they lost to Atlanta, holding them to 103 points. Still, that's damn near a win right there. They just couldn't score enough. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that was a look ahead game. I'm getting 5 points here in a game where I think that the Magic will win this game. To be honest with you, I'm not taking the money line. I want to be safe with the points, but I like this. I like the fact that, you know what I'm saying, they're playing the same team that they just lost to in the playoffs. They don't have Kawhi over there. Yeah, they're still, you know what I'm saying, going to play with fire over there. They want to show everyone that they're still good without him, but I just don't think that this is a good spot for them. Especially, like I say, his third game in 4 nights, not a back-to-back, but I just think that the Magic will have fresher legs. They'll care more about this game, and I'm getting the 5 points, 4.5 points. I like the Magic in this spot. What you think about that one, Jordan?
Yeah, I love that play tonight. The steam's already been going in your direction, so if you grab that early, good job on that. I actually have a play on the first half under this game just because, like you were talking about, I think the Magic have one of the best defenses in the NBA, and I think it's very much discounted at times because you don't really think about them as having a lot of good individual defenders. You don't think of Augustine, Fournier, Vucevic as good individual defenders, but Aaron Gordon has turned into a plus defender. John Isaac's one of my favorite players in the league. I think he's an excellent two-way player. I think he gets undervalued a lot. Already through 2 games, they have a top 3 first half defense. I know it's early; that's not a big sample size, but the Raptors are right there with them too. If this is a slowdown first half, which I think it will be, especially with 2 really good defensive teams, I could see this first half staying under 100 points, and I'm getting I think 108, 109 right now. I think that's easy under money on this one. I think that's probably my best pick of the day.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick whatsoever, man. That's a good look. I like them first half unders that you be hitting, Jordan. I might have to ride with you on that. We know these are 2 very good defensive teams. What do you think about this game, Junior?
I don't got to play on this game, but I agree with you guys. Like, if you look at Aaron Gordon and Jonathan Isaac coming into the NBA, those guys were defensive players in college, right? They weren't known for their scoring, so they've transitioned into NBA real well as defenders. I think that Toronto can always struggle to score. And I agree with the revenge factor to this extent. If you really watch that Toronto-Orlando series last year, Marc Gasol made Vooch look like a little kid. Like, Vooch had a really, really good season, and then he came up against Ibaka and Gasol, and he could not do nothing. Like, they won that first game of the series, and then Toronto just took care of business every game after that. So I think that Orlando is going to come in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder for how their season ended last year, and try to take advantage of the fact that there is no more Kawhi and see if they can hand the Raptors a loss here.
Exactly. And like I say, I mean, the fact that I'm getting 5 points here, I mean, I just kind of feel, I'm not going to say it's a gift because I don't think there are gifts, but I like the spot better for the Magic. I obviously like the spot, you know what I'm saying, that the Raptors are coming off of a win, you know what I'm saying, and the Magic coming off a loss. So this is something that I pretty much take every time, especially with that playoff revenge. I just like the angle. You look at the matchups, I think they match up very well versus the Raptors. You know what I'm saying? They have pretty much any big that the Raptors can throw out there. The Magic have one more. You know what I'm saying? They can go throw all bigs out there. I look at Augustine, you know what I'm saying, is almost like a Kyle Lowry type of player. I just think these teams are very even, and throwing their revenge factor in there, and I'm getting a +5. Like I said, I think the Magic come out here and win this game. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see them do that. So those are my thoughts in the game, man. I like the Magic plus the points in this game, man. And Jordan is like in the first half under, which I think is a damn good look as well, man. So let's go ahead and get into this next game. Yeah, I see you guys in the chat. I know Il Wise is asking about the start of the show. We start at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific, every day, or not every day. We got to have one day off, you know what I'm saying? But Monday through Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, man, we will be here. Either me, all three of us, or just me and Junior, or hey, it might just, you know what I'm saying, me and Jordan's, hey, we're going to get it done some way, one way or another. We're going to get it done. We're going to be here Monday through Saturday. But this next game, one of my more exciting games of the day, man, I see it's coming down. Hey, you guys keep on going to OKC. Think they look good? Go ahead. I don't think they'll look good tonight, man. I like these Rockets tonight. The Rockets haven't looked good, but I think they're going to get on track tonight, man. I think they're going to want to put a whooping on OKC. These are spots that I had to bet. OKC, oh, man, their spot was yesterday. They played really nice, you know. They went and blew the Warriors out the water. They was waiting for that game. They're in for a huge letdown tonight. Oh, who used to play for the OKC? I think both these players used to play. Most recently, Westbrook. I think he just got traded for them. Then you got Paul over there on the Rockets, man. What happened last time they were in this building? OKC beat them boys 117-112, man. What happened? They ended up letting them boys get 69 points in the second half. Who had 45 points? Oh, it was Paul George had 45. Who had a triple-double? It was Russell Westbrook. Neither one of those on that team. This is a bad spot for OKC here, and I think it's a good spot for the Rockets get on track. They've been playing a good first half. They've just been faltering in the second half. Not this game, man. I think the Rockets are going to smash OKC tonight. We know they're going to run out of gas in the second half. OKC in the bottom of the league in pretty much every offensive category. It's not going to bode well tonight, man. I think they're 26 in the league in fast break points, 23rd in the league already. I mean, it's early in the season, but still just 23rd in the league in offensive rating. Even after that blowout win of the Warriors last night, I don't think they have enough in the tank or have enough scoring ability to keep up with the Rockets tonight. I see people buying it down to 9.5. I like the Rockets to win this game by double digits. I think closer to 20 points. What you think about this game, Junior?
I'm off this game just because I don't like what I've seen from the Rockets. I think that I do agree with you, though, that they're going to smash them. I just need to see the Rockets do it. I watched that Pelicans game, and the Rockets have to come back to beat the Pelicans at home. I don't like that at all. The first game, they lost at home to Milwaukee, even though Giannis fouled out and didn't even play in overtime. So I think the Rockets are going to smash these guys, but I just want to see it before I put my money behind them, honestly.
Right, yeah, I can definitely dig that. What you think about this game, Jordan? You think I'm on to the right track or what? What you liking?
Yeah, I think you're on the right side, but I'm with Junior in this one. I think I'm laying off just simply because I don't know what to make of either of these teams right now. Houston, I think, profiles as a team that could be as a top 4 team in the West by the time we get through the season. But 2 or 3 games into the season for all these teams, it's just really hard to judge kind of what you're going to get on a night-to-night basis at this point, especially a Houston team that has such a big piece of Russell Westbrook coming in and trying to play with Harden again after they haven't played with one another for several years. But I do agree with you. I think OKC is vastly overrated after that game yesterday. It was an early afternoon game, so it's not like a true back-to-back. I think that game was like a 3 o'clock, 3:30 Eastern start yesterday. But yeah, I mean, I'm laying off this game, but I definitely could see Houston blowing out this game. If there is motivation and narrative in it, you're absolutely on the right track with Harden and Westbrook wanting to stick it to their old team, especially Westbrook, who hasn't necessarily played great, especially so far. But I think he's going to have a really big game tonight. I think that much you can take to the bank. Whether or not they cover the 10, I think that remains to be seen. But I do think Harden and Westbrook will be motivated tonight. They are the better team. They just have to show it, like Junior said.
Exactly. And one word I want to point out, and it's big to me in NBA, is motivation. I really like to look at spots. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, yesterday, OKC was in a damn good spot. They got up for their game. It's tough as a basketball player. I mean, especially early in the season for you to get up. I'm not saying OKC's not going to get up for this game, but I think they really got up to play the Warriors yesterday. Damn near played a perfect game. It's tough to duplicate that. You know what I'm saying? Especially on the back-to-back. It's very tough to, especially against a team versus the Rockets. You look at the teams that they've given them trouble early. It's been the Bucks, who, I mean, we know they're a damn good team, and there was a comeback win. Rockets up 17 and pretty much got complacent in that game, started jacking up threes everywhere. We had to remember they was damn near finna blow the Bucks out. Then versus the Pelicans, yeah, they were up by 10 and started screwing around with them. But we can't forget the Pelicans are a really good scoring team, and Brandon Ingram went off in that game. So the Pelicans don't really play defense. That's what scares me. But they are a really good offensive team, and I knew that their style could keep up with the Rockets. The OKC can't say the same thing. I mean, they can't keep up with the scoring with them. The Rockets get to run their gun in, especially OKC on the back-to-back. I just think it's a terrible spot for OKC here. I don't see them getting up to play like they did. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if there was a closer game versus the Warriors or lost a game, but the way that they beat them yesterday, man, I know they probably went out and partied last night, man, something. But hey, they coming in here to Houston today, and I think that the Rockets will be ready for them. And like you say, it's you have added motivation there with OKC facing his old team. Like I say, OKC last time they were in this building, they came back and beat the Rockets. Came back from like 20 points down. I think they're gonna remember, man. I think they will not let off the gas tonight, man. So as you guys can see, this is one of my favorite games of the night. Let's go ahead and get to this other game, man. I want to get to this Warriors and Pelicans game. I see everybody hopping on the Pelicans. I don't think it's a bad bet, to be honest with you. I mean, the Warriors are not a bet-on squad right now. I want to watch and see this game and see if the Warriors are, you know what I'm saying, quitting early in the season. Do they care? I mean, they just went out there and got smacked yesterday. I can't tell you guys. I mean, we don't know if Drew Holiday is going to play yet or not. I need Drew in here if I'm going to take the Pelicans. They're searching for their first win as well. So both teams are going to be motivated. But, I mean, the way that the Warriors, I don't like the way they lost yesterday. I mean, I'm still a I'm a fader of them, but I'm not so quick to jump on the Pelicans right here because I mean neither of these teams play defense. So we just need to see here if the Warriors, do they care? I mean, do they care about this season? They care about their pride, you know what I'm saying, their reputation. The Steph Curry, he only had 23 points last night. We're gonna see what the Warriors are made of if they still have their heart of the champion. That's the reason why I'm not so quick to hop on the Pelicans. So it's going up fast as well, -4.5. What you think about this game, Jordan?
Yeah, I think this is one of those rare instances in early season NBA where the Sharps and the public are going to be on the same side of this game. Regardless of whether or not that ends up paying off or not remains to be seen. But I have a play on this game, not necessarily going with the Pelicans in the full game here, but I am going with them on the first quarter simply because the Warriors coming off that game yesterday. I think they'll be a little worn out, especially from getting worn out yesterday. And most importantly, the Pelicans, and this is two winless teams, so both of them are going to be obviously motivated to try to get that first win of the season. But the Pelicans so far, despite being 0-3, have been very, very good offensively in the first quarter. Now, not sure how much of that was that first opening game against Toronto where they absolutely jumped out on them, but they've been pretty good offensively and defensively in the first 12 minutes, whereas the Warriors have been absolutely atrocious defensively in the first 12 minutes of their game. They're giving about 132 points per 100 possessions in the first quarter right now. If the Pelicans come out and can get up on them early like they try to do, the Pelicans are going to have the same game plan all throughout the season. They're going to try to run as fast as they can and score as quickly as possible in the first quarter to try to get a lead because they're not very good defensively. So the only way they can get stops, I think, is to gamble a little bit on steals and balls going cross court and stuff like that. And if they can get out into passing lanes and be aggressive defensively with the lead, I think they absolutely shut down this Warriors team early in the game. I think all they have to do is, Lonzo Ball, I think, is going to be a really good NBA defender eventually, and I think he's going to have to prove that here tonight against Curry. If that can happen, I really, really like the Pelicans here in the first quarter. They're only laying 1 point right now. I think that's a little bit too. I think that's definitely too little right now. I'm definitely laying the point here with the Pelicans first quarter.
Right. Yeah. Hey, a lot of people quick to jump on them Pelicans today. I don't think that, like I say, the way that the Warriors have looked, like I say, it's a lot of people that starting to jump ship quick, man, quick, especially at that game yesterday. I can't say the way that they lost, though, will have something to play in this game. We'll see how it works out, though. What's up, Junior? What you thinking on this one?
I don't have a play on this game, so I'll be real quick. The Warriors bench is a joke. Their defense, we knew the defense was going to be bad, but their offense looks terrible too. Like yesterday in that game, in the first 6 minutes, they had 8 points off two Steph Curry threes and a jumper. They didn't look like they could get anything else. I just don't even know what to say about this team right now. But at some point, we got to start questioning Steve Kerr because he inherited that team from Mark Jackson, and when he got there, they were one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. I know they've had huge roster turnover, but he's going to have to fix that defense and fast, or else it's going to get real ugly.
Yeah, Steve Kerr is not a real coach. I keep telling you guys that, and that's a great point by you. They should have kept Mark Jackson, man. I mean, they was looking at the stars that they have over there. I'm telling you, you could have had them there. Any coach, you could have had Luke Walton over there, and they would have been looking good. So hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, and they did look good with Luke Walton, with Steve Kerr. Now those stars are going. Like you say, now those defensive anchors are going. You don't have Looney out there. So I mean, something tells me how do we not take the over here. You have both two teams that like to play fast. They seem like they only care about offense, no defense whatsoever. I mean, every time I've been leaning towards the Pelicans, and I mean, it's tough for me to take a over when it's already damn near set. You pretty much ask them to score at least 240, so it's tough, man. But I mean, the way the Pelicans play is nothing but 24. They going up and down, man. Like I say, no huddle offense, man. So it'll be interesting to see here. D'Angelo Russell, he got tossed out. He damn near finna go and hit the ref last night. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was finna spur off on the ref or something, man. So the way he walked up to him. Then he stayed with him. Man, I'm walking with you the whole way to the scoring table. So I don't know. It's like I say, I look at certain spots. We'll see if Golden State loses game. Man, I mean, I don't know, man. But like I say, last night, I know they got absolute trash. You lose 70-35. That's tough, bro. You better come back out the next night and show something. You better. So we'll see tonight. They lose straight up. That'll tell me a lot, even more about Golden State. They'll tell me that they pretty much already quit. Because if they hadn't quit, I do think this is a game that they could go out there and win. But I'm not putting my money on them. You know what I'm saying? We'll go ahead and get to this next game, man. This is the last one we're going to get to, this Jazz and Suns game, man. Like, get back to the Suns. They've been surprising a lot of people out here. I mean, I think it's the coach. It's a coaching change out there. They 2-0 at home already. You know what I'm saying? They was in a bad spot. 9, 10-point underdogs with no Rubio, and they go out there and win that game. That showed me a lot there, man. The Jazz, they look to get, you know what I'm saying? They got off on the right foot versus the Kings over there. They look to keep that momentum going. I don't like the spot for the Suns. I'll tell you that. I like the defense from both teams, so I like the under here. I got the under at 215.5. It's been going down ever since. It's 214.5 now. So I think the Jazz, you know what I'm saying, all three of their games, they're 3-0 to the under this year already. I think if we're gonna go 4-0, I like the Suns defense still. Even that was a fast-paced game versus the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? I didn't cash that under, and that one was tough, man. But it's all good. I still can't get away from, you know what I'm saying, what I know this Suns defense can be, man. I hate the fact that Javon Carter wears two different shoes out there. I can't stand it. But hey, the Suns playing damn good defense out there. What you guys think about that? Jordan, you got a main play on this game. What you like in this one?
Yeah. I'm going with first half under again on this one. Like you said, I mean they did play a little bit up in pace against the Clippers, but so far in their first halves, both of these teams have been at the bottom of the league in pace, and both of them have been pretty good defensively in the first half, especially Utah. Obviously, we know that they are a defensive team and pride themselves in defense, and early on, I think they match up very well against the Suns team. So if the Suns truly are committed to the defensive end like we've seen so far here through 3 games for them, I really like this one to be under 100 points as well. I think at halftime, I could see a Utah team also kind of struggle to score at times because like you said, we still have some question marks about Phoenix right now, but honestly, I think Baines is an upgrade over Ayton at this point in his career, in their both careers defensively. So, I mean, without Ayton, I think that's actually helps us defensively a little bit more because Baines is a rough and tumble dude, and he's going to give Rudy Gobert everything he's got. Whether or not that's enough, it remains to be seen. But Gobert's more of a defensive anchor anyways. You got both those guys being physical in the paint, potentially blocking some shots early on. If the pace is low and both these teams are playing half-court styles, I mean, I really like the under here. It's already gone down like 2 full points since it opened at 105. It's down to 103. I still like it at 103. Like I said, I think we could get a game first half here that's under 100 points.
Yeah, and that was a damn good point. When I went and looked at it, I saw that it was at 103, and the full game was at 214 and a half, and the first half was 103. So I mean, like you say, they're up to that. You don't usually see that with a full game being around 215. The first half should be at the very least 107. I mean, it'll be the 107, 108, maybe even 109. So that's a damn good look there. And they obviously the odds makers know that they don't score. And you were right. I mean, I cashed that because I had the first half under on that Suns and Clippers, and then I had the full game as well, and it was only 110 points scored at first half. They had a terrible start to that game. I'm talking about it was like 12-5. You know what I'm saying? With damn near 6 minutes to play in the first quarter, so it was off to a good pace. But I didn't end up getting the full game cash in that one. And a quick note: the Jazz have absolutely owned the Sun of late. They've won the past 7 games, and then the past 9 of 10. You know what I'm saying? So and then they've covered 7 out of those 10 as well. So the Suns can't seem to figure the Jazz out. We know this is a new Suns team, but this is a letdown spot off of a huge win versus the Clippers. I can definitely tell you that. And if the Jazz have fixed it, they're a much better team than the Suns here. I lean the Jazz here, but I really like this under here. What you got, Junior?
I got the under. I took this real early. It was the first play that I made yesterday. I got the under 217 and a half. A couple different reasons. The Jazz plays the second slowest pace in the league. They're still obviously one of the best defensive teams in the league. And I think that the Suns got a lot of pieces that can match up with Utah's best scorers, right? Because Utah still struggles to score. I know Bogdanovich had a good game in the last game, but I think that Kelly Oubre really matches up well with him. I think Kelly Oubre is going to give him a lot of problems. I think that your boy Javon Carter, I wouldn't be surprised to see him match up on Donovan Mitchell a little bit just to try and frustrate him and body him a little bit. You know, you're not really going to stop Donovan Mitchell, but he's a volume scorer, you know. So I think that the Suns right now, they look good, they're feeling good, and I think that me personally, I wouldn't put money on the spread, but I think that both teams will probably play to the under 217 and a half in this one.
Right, yeah, and I'm liking it. Like you say, it's come down to what 214 and a half, 215 in some books, but yeah, I like the under here. So tell them
It
where you
opened at
got where they can
218.
find you at. You said what, Junior?
Oh, it opened at 218, so it's gone way down.
Yeah, I know. Tell them where they can find you at on Twitter and what else you got going on, Junior. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Same old. Every day I'm on SBR. We do football, basketball, college basketball about to start. You can find me on Twitter, JR Brown21. I'm here every day with my boy, J Money, Jordan. You know what's up. Just get it.
Right, yep. You already know we got to get it, man. What's up, Jordan? You want to tell them where they can find you and what you got going with SBR odds?
Yeah, man. Find me at Sharpe on Twitter, TEHSHARP. We got that prop pick up on Andre Drummond. I think they just tweeted that out. So go ahead to the SBR Twitter page and give me a click and a like on that one. Obviously, follow the show. That much is a given. You got to subscribe to Jamming with J Money. And also, good luck out there on all that. It sounds like we are somewhat on the same page today. So I hope that. I mean, people have commented before in my mentions that when we're all on the same page, it seems like it might be a good play. So we got a couple of those in this one here. So good luck to everybody out there. Thanks for watching, and of course, we will see you tomorrow.
Right. And yeah, we do have a consistent play. It sounds like it's all well, I know that Jordan is on the under in the first half in the Jazz and Suns game, and me and Junior are on the full game under. And I think I'm gonna hop on Jordan. I'm gonna hop with Jordan on that first half as well. It may be even a better look. And hey, I'm liking the Rockets today. I think that they're gonna blow OKC out by close to 20 points. I'm not gonna say 30. That's going out on the limb, but I think that it could get up there. Rockets will not stop tonight. They need a blowout win. And I think they get it tonight, man. And that's about it, man. Like I say, you guys come and tune in with us tomorrow every day, Monday through Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, and 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific, man. Y'all come and tune in with us. Hey, we appreciate you guys for jamming with J Money. Y'all come back and tune in with us tomorrow, man. We holler at y'all.